Truth seekers, buckle up. $6.5 billion stolen through investment scams last year. That's the FBI's number. But here's what they won't tell you. It wasn't hackers who did it.
This is an educational documentary. No links, no usernames, no step-by-step instructions. We expose the system so you can defend yourself. Welcome back, digital detectives. In a world full of fake, I'll guide you to the truth. Here's the brutal reality they're hiding. AI scams aren't powered by code. They're powered by people. Quick recap for the detectives who just joined us. Episode 1, we exposed the factory, scam compounds, forced labor. Episode 2, we walked into the marketplace, AI crime tools sold like Netflix subscriptions. But between the factory and the marketplace, there's a layer no one talks about. The middlemen, the human logistics that make it all work. And once you see this layer, you'll realize every normal message could be part of the system. Interpol has warned that human trafficking-fueled scam centers have expanded globally. Victims trafficked from 66 countries. This isn't a local problem. This is a supply chain, and the evidence is right here in front of us. Because the scams you see online are powered offline by organized human systems. Meet Alex, 23, student loans. Scrolling job boards at 2 a.m. A DM pops up. $3,000 a month. Remote. Start Monday. Alex replies. By morning, there's a contract. By evening, a plane ticket. Sounds too good to be true? It is. But wait, the story gets darker. Because this is exactly why you can't trust too fast, too easy offers. According to Interpol, victims are often trafficked under the pretext of lucrative overseas jobs, then forced into scam operations. Alex never made it home. Here's the part they don't want you to know. Recruitment isn't about skill, it's about volume. It's a funnel, and the recruiter's job is simple. Turn curiosity into commitment. They use HR language, they use urgency, they use pressure disguised as opportunity. Dark humor moment? Just one. Because nothing says really trustworthy like a job interview that evaporates the moment you ask for verification. Have you ever gotten a remote job message that felt off, but still tempted you? Tell me what it looked like. Plot twist. It's even worse than you think. Most people imagine scams are chaotic. But the reality? They run like a business. Handlers are the people who turn AI tools into weapons. They don't write code. They manage humans, like a casino pit boss managing dealers. Except the game is rigged. The house always wins. And the players? They don't know they're being played. Let me show you the receipts. These networks use structure, scripts, escalation, performance pressure. Not because they're brilliant, but because structure scales. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, AI makes this layer faster. Translation, personalization, endless variations. Here's the brutal reality they're hiding. When deception becomes a process, anyone can be trained to run it. This isn't hacking. It's professionalized deception.
Hold on to your hats, because this rabbit hole goes deep. If recruiters bring people in, and handlers control the operation, then who moves the money? Money mules. And here's where it gets really twisted. Money mules aren't always criminals. Sometimes they're desperate. Sometimes they're coerced. Sometimes they think it's just a job. This is exactly why you can't trust easy money tasks that involve your accounts. Because the network needs one thing from a mule: a bridge. And pay attention, this could happen to anyone. Because it often starts with something small: a message, a favor, a transfer. Here's what you need to know to protect yourself. If someone asks you to receive funds and send it onward, if they pressure you with urgency, if they tell you don't ask questions, that's not a side hustle. That's a role in a crime supply chain. And here's the part that should terrify you. In the eyes of the law, money laundering is money laundering. I didn't know won't save you. They pressured me won't clear your record. Because once your account moves stolen funds, you're in the system.
Are you Jordan?
Yes.
We need to talk about your bank account.
Do you think money mules are victims or accomplices? The law has an answer, but I want to hear yours.
Now watch what happens when we connect the layers. Recruiters, handlers, money mules. And behind them, another layer we're saving for the next episode. Because the marketplace sells tools. The factory runs the operation. But the middlemen, they make it move. Here's the punchline. AI didn't create crime. It gave crime an assembly line. And you're the product. The data doesn't lie, people do. And the missing link was never code, it was people.
So what do? You can't control the market. You can't control the factories. But you can control your exposure. Here's your survival code. 3 words you need to remember. Stop, verify, act. Stop if urgency replaces verification. Verify, call back using a contact you saved. Act, if money moved, contact your bank in the next 60 seconds. Write it down. Stop, verify, act. And if you watched Safe Zone Episode 2, this is the door you just locked.
But wait, the story gets darker. Because I lied to you. There is a 4th layer, one we couldn't show you until you understood the first 3. Next episode, we're going where the money vanishes. Crypto mixers, shell companies, and the one question that keeps investigators up at night. What if recovery was never the goal? This is exactly why you can't trust a system to protect you. You have to protect yourself. In a world full of fake, I'll guide you to the truth. Stay sharp, stay safe, and keep seeking the truth with me.